Greetings, I'm Demonac, and it's arena time. I've got an unpleasant taste in my mouth. Sort of tastes like warrior. So I think we're gonna go with Shaman this time. See how that goes. Shaman and Paladin, both super good. You're good. You're pretty decent, although it doesn't trigger battle cries. Which means more often than not, it's not fantastic. We're gonna take Lava Burst because it's pretty hardcore. Oh wow. Unbound elementals are good, but fire elementals are just victory. Now here's the choice. Fork Lightning is pretty decent in the arena. I mean, that overload is harsh, but, for example, later in the game, the fact that it only costs you 1 mana is pretty good. It does have that huge drawback that there have to be 2 minimum enemies for you to cast it. And of course, if you play it first or second turn, it's eating like your whole next turn, pretty much. Earthshock counters certain things really hard, and it's still 1 damage to anything, maybe 2 damage if you have a spell damage token, or totem. Silence is very good. You know what, in the past I've taken Fork Lightnings a lot. I think I'm going to try taking Earthshock instead. I'm going to try and not have giant mountains of overload. That said, Lightning Storm. Keep giving me Lightning Storms, I'll keep taking Lightning Storms. Okay, we need to get some minions here, obviously. And we know he's pretty good. He's actually pretty awesome if you have a healing totem out. But we're going to take the Silverhand Knight because that is just, like, very efficient. Brewmaster, you bounce a totem or something. There was a challenge? What? Who? What? No, that's just confusing. Berserker. We're going to take the Berserker, maybe. Get the healing totem thing going. You're nice and big. You can do stuff, but Lightning Storm. I do need some lower cost stuff. Ogre Magi, I already have 2 Lightning Storms, a Lava Burst, and an Earth Shock. That's a lot of spells already that can use the spell damage. He is a 4/4 for 4, which is not bad. Like, I'd usually rather have a 3/5. 4/4 is still pretty good. On the other hand, Iron for Grizzly is also fairly efficient. Might give me a little bit more survivability. We're going to take the Ogre Magi. What the hell? Frost Shock is better than I think it is sometimes, because honestly, stopping something from attacking for 1 turn can be a huge deal if it's something big, or just if you need it at that point in time. But I'm going to take the Lightning Bolt, because it's likely to blow stuff up, and also I'm giving you a lot of spell damage. Kodo's good. This guy could generate 2 spell damage for 1 guy. 2 5 for 4 is not fantastic stats, though. And to give 2 spell damage, there have to be 2 other things out, and then they're vulnerable. He's 3/5 and has potential to kill something when he comes in, but I think I have very expensive stuff so far. I'm going to take the Cobra because it's less expensive, and it does kill things. So, you're efficient if I buff you somehow, but you're okay. We're going to take the Farseer. I just like him better. Probably not going to have a lot of weapons because the Shaman only has 1 common-ish sort of weapon, and the other one is epic. Jungle Panther's pretty strong. Fin Creeper. We can take the Jungle Panther because I have a lot of expensive stuff already. But he always screws me, but we're going to take the Cult Master anyway because he has that potential to draw 1 billion cards. I mean, I've got totems and stuff. Fire Elemental beats the Ward Golem by 1 billion. He's so much better. And of course I'm not going Murlocs in the arena because it's an incredibly unreliable strategy when all your cards are kind of random. So you have more spell damage, and I have a lot of spells now. You're kind of survivable. You're a little bit less survivable, but, I mean, you do a lot more. Honestly, I don't think I have good ways to trigger his Enrage, so I'd be better off with just the Iron for a Grizzly. So do I want the Grizzly or the Mage? have a lot of spell damage. I've got 2 lightning storms. Pretty good. I don't know. I'm gonna take the Grizzly. I know I've got so many spells that can benefit from the spell damage. Now I've got another one. But... Ooh, Flame Tongue Totem. These are awesome. Yeah, those other guys are not exciting. But I'm going to need some lower cost stuff. Now, another Lightning Bolt might be good, but I really need more solid creatures, and Yeti is awesome. He seems boring, but he's awesome. Dark Iron is pretty good. Flame Tongue is also pretty good. Flame Tongue kind of requires that you have other stuff, although it can just be totems, and it still makes them pretty good. Dark Iron Dwarf kind of works the same way. He's more expensive, but he gives you stats. Yeah, we're gonna take him. We're gonna have a slower deck. We're gonna be making a lot of totems. That's what's going on. Hindsight Summoner will probably get killed, but on the other hand, it might draw out some removal, and if it doesn't, I have a lot of expensive things I could be playing sooner with him. Her. It. Twilight Drake is also pretty good. I've got a lot of slow cards, so I'm less likely to be playing a whole lot of cards in the early game. I can sit around, make totems, and play a big Twilight Drake. I could go either way there. Right size, Twilight Drake. What am I casting cost curve? I have Earthshock, Lightning Bolt, Flame Tongue Totem, and then everything else costs 3 or more. I don't need 2 drops, though. I don't really. It's messed up. I'm going to try and look for more 3 and 4 drops. I'm going to take the Twilight Drake. I think I need the Hex. I mean, the Elfin Archer at this stage is starting to look good. I've got all this spell damage that is not affected by, like, the spell damage trait, but I have all these damaging spells, and this is one more damage I can throw on, plus it costs 1. It's a bad first turn play. But, like, third turn I can go Totem and then this, which is still kind of sad, so why do I care? Hex. We need to be drawing more cards, might be good. Silver Moon Guardian's pretty strong, too. I'm going to take the card drawing one. Mad Bomber a little bit more tempting, because he, for 2 mana, it comes out, he might kill some stuff. I mean, he's super random, you don't know. Now, let's just take the Flame Tongue Totem. Talk about it. It's crazy. This deck is going to be too slow and die. That's currently my prediction. Certainly if I run into a strong rush, I'm doomed. But I've got so much crazy killing stuff. Okay, I'm taking the Voodoo Doctor. I'm going to need some, like, health and stuff. I can take a second Hex. I have all these spells for killing things. I have all these big minions. Direwolf Alpha is like a Flame Tongue Totem. He's pretty good that way, but I think the Unbound Elemental. He costs 3, so I go second turn Totem, third turn Unbound. And I've despite saying I wasn't going to go nuts on it, I do have Lightning Bolt, Lava Burst, 3 Lightning Storms. I have a reasonable amount of overload, but even then, he's a 2/4 for 3. It actually just works out pretty darn well. And he might draw removal because people worry about him growing. I do need more minions. You know, he could draw me more cards, but he just doesn't do much on his own. It's tough. He is large for the cost. Can bounce a totem, which they do weird, tricky things sometimes. Can bounce and heal something else. Bouncing stuff for the Battle Cry, I'm not going to have much of that. My things are all going to be expensive, and not too many of them have Battle Cries like that. Acolyte of Pain is good with a healing totem. Okay, how many spells do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't have that many billion spells. I could take another Hex. I'm going to take the Acolyte of Pain. I'm going to hope he can draw me more cards. I don't like this card. Just seems like junk to me. The Grizzly could help protect me. This is 3 mana and he kills something. He dies in the process, but he should generally be able to come out and kill something, which would be helpful. I'm gonna take another Grizzly. I don't have, like, bigger taunt stuff. Here's my... Oh man, this is not an easy choice. Doomhammer is crazy good. I mean, if you can just use that on your opponent's face, if you can keep their side clear of taunt anyway, you can just hit them for 16 for 7 mana over 4 turns. It's a little weird, but you can use it for removal, and I don't know. The Earth Elemental is similar cost, and he is gargantuan. Your opponent has to deal with this. He stops things. But he is vulnerable to stuff that kills big things. There aren't that many things that specifically kill big things. There's Big Game Hunter, but he's rare, so you're not going to see too many of them in the arena. The priests have their stuff, and they're already going to use those killing my fire elementals, though. This guy can just stomp your opponent. We're going to try taking him. Oh, that wasn't my... I thought that was my last card rare. I actually have a couple more cards coming. I don't think I'm going to take the Forked Lightning. I think I have enough area spells, because I've got 3 Lightning Storms. More wouldn't hurt, but this, with the Overload, is a little bit too crazy. I only have 1 Unbound Elemental. I had 3 Unbound Elementals, then it'd be okay, Forked Lightning. But Stormy Knight, normally I would take him, because he comes in with a charge, and he can kill something, usually survives. If I have a Healing Totem, he can do more of that. But you know what? I'm going to take the Ogre Magi, because I have so many damn spells. Get another Lava... Oh, wow, this is a hard last card. Get another Lava Burst, which would be pretty awesome. I have a couple... I don't have too much spell power. There's also the Spell Power Totem, though. But I understand Auctioneer could draw me a billion cards. On the other hand, a lot of my spells aren't that cheap. And I don't really have that huge a number of spells. It's just they feel like they're concentrated in the killing department. Sunwalker could help me stay alive and stuff. You know what, we're going to take the Auctioneer. He draws too many cards. Hopefully that works. This is going to be interesting. So my deck is another one. I've been doing that a lot lately, apparently. A lot of it's just the choices, but this is another deck where it's kind of slow. In that it has a lot of the stuff is 4 and 5 cost. But there's not much that's 6, and there's like nothing higher than 6. So it's not like super uber slow. It should be able to play more than one thing per turn, usually. We're going to ditch the Cult Master, because he's less likely to be good early in the game. He wants to be protected, or have a bunch of things already out that are ready to attack. That's definitely a better starting hand card. Just hope my opponent doesn't rush the pulp out of me. So yeah. I got the Cult Master back, stupid ass. There's only one in here, you know, that's like the same guy. I got rid of you. I denigrate the quality of your RNG. Okay, what you thinking about, big boy? You're gonna like innovate something or what? That is not an innovate, nor is it any sort of innovation. It is in fact just a leper gnome. Top totem? Okay. He can kill that or not. Sure is tempting to kill this, though, because it's a Wrath of Erebor. He is definitely going with the weenies at this stage of the game. That is not a good sign. Although my totem did eat a hit for me, so hooray. This guy seems like he could stop a fair amount of mayhem, but you know what? We're going to go with the Acolyte of Pain, because he is just as lethal to these guys. Now, they're not going to have to fight him, and so they won't, but he should be able to kill at least one of them, even if he gets Kung Fu, and I'm hoping he can draw me 2 cards. Against this, there's a good chance. If he uses Wrath just to kill this, that would be fine. That is obnoxious. Oh, so much damage. Oh my god. I can live with that. The problem is that 10 damage because he gets to hit me too. That is crazy weenie action. Okay, this calls for drastic measures. If he's playing that kind of solid, like kind of crazy weeniness. Normally I would play the Chillwind Yeti here, but I've already taken so much damage that I am going to go Grizzly And I'm going to Earth Shock the Leopardome, because that silences him, so I don't take 2, and it kills him, so I prevent a lot of future 2s. So he could go Bam, Kung Fu. That would take half his mana, though. Oh, is he seriously playing solid weenies? This thing with the Druid is... well, pretty much anyone. He could have, like, a whole bunch of weenies, and then have a few really strong creatures at the end, which Druid is more likely to be able to do in the arena without using a lot of rares. And that's kind of scary. This is also kind of scary. So we're going to go... not... see, I want to use my mana efficiently. Getting a totem would be good. On the other hand, this doesn't kill him. I should probably just go with stuff that can. So, I guess it's the Yeti. I really... If this guy wasn't like a crazy enraged psycho, I would go Totem, Unbound Elemental, and deal with him. But, no, he's a problem. Now, he could Starfall the Yeti. Then he'd only be hitting me for 2, though. He wouldn't. It's not like he can... it should be a pain for him to activate the Enrage if I don't give him any creatures that he can survive. He could Wrath his own guy and draw a card. That would be pretty strong. Ooh, Mark of Nature. Interesting. Kind of thought he'd Mark of Nature him for the 4 toughness, like he chose the right one, but I kind of thought he might just hit me for 2 and let me Yeti against it or something. Alright. Dude, you really should have healed this guy. Because you could have healed him for 3 and he'd be a 5/6. His max health is currently 7, so yeah, he would still be enraged. That would have been strong. Instead, is not so strong. Now, my problem is, I'm 1 mana shy of being able to go Ogre Magi Lightning Storm, which would be the ultimate, like, awesome. If I get a spell damage totem, I can do that. It's only a 1 in 4 chance, but let's see. I'm thinking I'm going to make a spell damage totem. Well, I'm going to make a totem. If it's spell damage, then I'll Lightning Storm, clear them, and I'll be in awesome shape. If it's not, then I will play the Cult Master and just do the trade. Spell damage? That would be spell damage. Unlimited power! To quote horrible lines from prequel Star Wars. Okay, well, that being the case, I know I could use the health, but I'm going to heal the Yeti because he's awesome. Yeti! I should probably have healed myself because it's a Druid. Against some classes, 4 damage is like a breakpoint. Druid has 2 different options that do 5 damage, so having him at exactly 5 isn't as strong as it is against like a Warlock or something. Warlocks, rogues do 4 damage, paladins have 4 damage weapons and stuff like that. 5 hit points is tough for them, but Druid has 2 different expensive spells. I think only one of them is rare. Maybe they're both rare? I don't think the draw a card one is rare, though. It's kind of expensive. Okay, so when you die, you get a 2/2. I can live with that. Yeah, I can live with that for the rest of my life. So I could make a 3/3, and I have some pretty awesome 3/3s. Make a totem. Yeah, I'm going to do that. It's tempting to Cult Master, but I'll be able to do it better on a future turn when I have more mana. Like right now it's not working. Right, I'm just going to draw 1 card from it, and then he's going to get killed, or I have to waste my Yeti's time. So no, we're going to go Totem. A friend of mine got Jiraxis, and now it tells you when a friend gets a legend. Interesting. And the Iron for Grizzly. We're going to trade him for that, because it demotes him to a 2/2, and I don't have to worry about that in the future. Healing Totem is currently feeling slightly useful. I'm sure that will go away very soon. But my board position is looking pretty good. Wow, you are playing this? I guess his plan is to use like a mark of nature or something, but this guy on his own is just bald-faced crap. Just trash. On the other hand, I'm in a horrible place to deal with him, because I don't have anything to give these things +1 attack, and that is really sad. So sad. It's incredibly frustrating that I have to use a good creature to deal with him, but I'll take solace from the fact that I'll draw a card. Yeah, it's fine. Replacement Yeti. That was so annoying. Just so you know, using a Yeti to kill the garbage rager. You are so bad. This guy would have been good in warrior decks before they nerfed the war song charge mistress, whatever her name is. Okay, that guy is unfortunately large. Let's see what we can do. We can lose a lot of stuff to kill him, that's what we can do. He's getting pretty good card advantage out of that, but I don't see a better option than suicide, and then suicide this guy, and I'll draw a card from this one anyway. Because anything else is too dependent on, like, even if I get a taunt totem, that's try to use it to protect this, all he's got to do is do 2 damage to that, and then he can, well, okay, he still can't protect this, but he could hit me for 8, which would be bad. No, I'm gonna, as long as I've got the Called Master, I'll take advantage of that. This has a 50-50 chance to kill it, but if I play one of these guys, now it does 4 damage. So even though I'm using it to kill 1 minion, in this case, it's worthwhile. I can't afford to play him first, unfortunately, but Shamans can't be choosers, I guess. This is one of the longer-lived cult leaders in history. Usually something bad happens to them. If I can just keep his board clear, though, I'm in good shape. I've got a lot of pretty strong creatures in my hand. Not that size. This druid's going to be one of those druids. Wow. So, it'd be 5 to 6 damage. I still wouldn't be able to do it with that. Yeah. Well, I guess we're going to play him. We're going to blow another lightning storm. Because we can. Because the cult leader is doing well for me right now. Draw me a card. See where it is. Oh, wait, that doesn't happen until I do this. Never mind. Getting a little ahead of myself. That's what I was hoping for. Would have been nice before, but whatever. Because now I could have been trading this junk instead of trading all my good 4-cost minions. Regardless, this is why I keep trying to get a Called Master, especially in Shaman decks. Because sometimes this happens. Mostly only with Shamans or Paladins, but sometimes this happens. Okay. What's up? You do that. Oh my god. That is sick. So, okay, first we gotta check for lethal. Do I have lethal? Yes. Not even close. This was a 100% Cult Master game. Ah, conceded too fast. I'd already ordered the attack. Wasted time. I was gonna hit him for 8 with the Cult Master because Cult Master. So that worked out pretty well. Can I repeat it? Well, we're gonna have to find out next time. Put the hammer down on that like button. And don't forget to subscribe to Demonac Games for more Hearthstone Arena and other gaming videos.